Alright, good afternoon ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ellison, and I'd like to welcome you back to the Cascade Kingdom of Super Mario Odyssey. Last time we started our adventure on a pretty rough note to say the least, and suffered possibly the most humiliating defeat we've ever had at Bowser's discretion, in front of Peach no less, but we did manage to somehow survive the massive fall out of the sky and joined forces with our new trademark ridden buddy Cappy, and we're currently in hot pursuit of better motion controls and as many power moons as we can possibly collect, no matter how easy they are to find. Cool. You got a moon on top of the rubble. Like I mentioned before, with the advent of the defeated Madame Brood, this area has changed pretty substantially with the inclusion of a Hint Toad. Oh, and his name is actually Hint Toad. So to help out Peach, he's doing a survey of the Power Moon locations, and for the low price of 50 gold coins, he will be able to help us find some. But in this economy, my hard-earned cash, nah, I'm good. Alright, don't say I didn't warn ya. And over here we have the mysterious Uncle Amiibo. Pleased to make your acquaintance and all that. Thank you for not being ChatGPT, by the way. But basically whatever Amiibo you have in the Mario universe could be used to some benefit. Some will give you infinite health for a limited amount of time, while others will help you find power moons, and most of all, they will also give you some pretty incredible costumes, but nothing that you can't unlock naturally through the game. I don't have any Mario Amiibo, most of mine are Zelda related, but I'm good. I'm not even gonna worry about that. And instead, we're gonna focus on getting through as much of this as we can, and if possible, just, not goof up too much. Anytime you see these weird mannequin dummy things, if you don't throw Cappy at it, you'll usually have some type of timed challenge, and you'll have to do this without your extracurricular techniques. But they're usually pretty easy to do after a couple of tries, and this one is probably the most simple of the bunch. Free power moon right there. And since we're here, let's go and grab another one just right over here, which is in this chest that is now available to us. You got a moon! Treasure of the waterfall basin. And then we were also the treasure. So let's just not fall into the drink over there if possible. And there's gonna be a lot of those time-related missions we're gonna have to do, but any power moon that you've already collected, you could go through again and find yourself a couple extra coins, which is nice. And we left this thing for 5 minutes, and it's already rusted again. Fantastic. There's a chain chomp here now. Oh, hi. It's good to see you, friendo. Thank you for lining yourself up for me. I'm going knock into here, and it reveals another pipe. Where will this take us, you might ask? Clear up here at the top of the hill. You got a moon! You see what I mean? They just gotta drop them off literally anywhere, and it becomes a little absurd with how obscure some of these places get in comparison. Over here we've got a couple more of these lovely little purple coins, which we'll go and grab for now, and there is a secret little door with a hat on it, which will take us into the coziest looking cave of them all. Oh, yeah. This is not that big from out there, but we've got ourselves a massive sleeping giant Yoshi that is surrounded by these things, and basically what you want to do is kill them all, but not with your hat. No, instead we're going to employ our prehistoric friend to do all the bonking for us. Oh yeah. So we get some crazy heart-thumping music, and essentially you just want to go and squish them all. We can only control this angry Yoshi for so long, but that is a-okay, because if you just depossess and then do it again, the timer resets, so you're never in any real danger. But so long as we make sure to grab all of them, this guy also, we should be alright. And if you're like me and you had a lot of trouble controlling this thing the first time you tried it out, you might have accidentally stepped off the ledge, and that's okay, because there's actually a nice little secret here that if we're careful enough, we might accidentally bump into to reveal another hidden moon. Okay. Plus they were nice enough to leave a little bouncing pad there for us, but here we have it. You got a moon running wild in the dinosaur nest. Go and slap all of you to oblivion and back, And I think this is just the last one clear over here. So we can just make a mad dash for them and not fall off. Oh, and now we're getting timed. Oh, did we? Oh, it's too big. Wait, what? Something happened there. We barely finished that in the nick of time. I'm not complaining. Got another power moon. The big cleanup in the dinosaur's nest. Nice. Hopefully I'm not missing anything else there. But typically in these secret areas, if there's only one power moon, you're probably missing another somewhere. Oh, and speaking of things that we're possibly gonna end up missing, this is our friend Squawks. How's it going, friend? No, his name is Talkatoo, and at least he's not the but he's gonna sing us a song about, oh, secret moons. Not gonna give us many more hints aside from that, but that's okay. That's I guess just something we'll have to figure out on our own. I thought he had fairly static hints and all, but you'll notice that the Chain Chomp family has actually grown. There is an extra one clear over here, and we're gonna have to use you in order to open this particular little spot. Oh boy, I'm gonna get chomped on. But this one only has coins, so that's not good. Well, I guess if we want, I would be absolutely remiss if I did not possess this sleeping Yoshi up here. So we're just gonna go have a look and see what Cappy has to say. No matter what you do, you won't be able to really wake it up or otherwise get it to interact with you, which is kind of bizarre. If you like stay idle long enough, sometimes Mario will even like fall asleep in the weirdest positions, and it doesn't take long for that to happen, but let's just go ahead and take control. Oh yeah, with the drums, holy hell, this poor family is not seen enough. I'm gonna eat you all and destroy you in separate orders. They do spawn back pretty quick though, so probably not the worst thing in the world. But, and if you wanted to, you could have used it just to get through all of these shenanigans, across the bridge, destroy all that stuff, but not entirely necessary. I will destroy them all. And you can go to sleep right back there. So we've got a couple of moons here also. I think I can, yeah, at least hit these. And, oh geez, that's bad. I was gonna fall into the drink. And sure, we'll go back this way because there is something we need to grab. Ooh, the spawn of the family again. There's another hidden pipe over here that we saw in the last part. But now it's available to us by way of Boulder being destroyed, I guess. Where do you take me? I do wonder. Somewhere, oh, sticky and comfy. We've got ourselves a Chain Chomp minigame. We gotta go and line up the hits in just the perfect angle in order to make the next area appear. It really isn't that bad until you get to the last one, but otherwise, don't go swimming in the very tasty looking jam. Otherwise, it's probably going to murder you. So you have these, whoops, I did not mean to do that. You have these lines of stone that can help you line up your shots, and it's basically just like billiards, so I wouldn't worry too much about it, but it really is not that bad. It's just this one which might be a little complicated, but you hit it at the perfect angle, and then you end up missing. Wow. I'm gonna miss where I've never missed before, aren't I, every single time? One more time, but with even more feeling. Perfect. So 3 for 3 after a couple tries, and we get a power moon, but there is a secret area here which you can adjust the camera to see pretty easily. And this is the hard one, quote unquote. It is a secret little Chain Chomp area. And this one you have to be extremely specific. I don't even know how, like, oh my God, how did I get that on my first try? Well, I guess that's why they say, hey man, very nice shot with the Chain Chomp. You got a moon, but why? That one took me so long to get the first time I played this. And then I don't know. Something about recording is just, nothing goes how you plan whatsoever. Well, let's go and return back over here, not fall into the pit, and see exactly what we should do. Over here, there is a nice little side area that we can go and explore. Now let's go up here. First and foremost, get more of these hat clouds, and we can grab ourselves a couple of extra, well, a few extra of those, but we'll drop down here. And every so often you'll notice some figures in the stone walls, like, you know, Cat Peach. And they'll give you nice little hearts and love and goodies like that, but don't have to worry much about them. They're pretty obvious. Ooh, and this section. So hold on. Is there anything up here? I almost feel like there would have to be, right? Because this game is absolutely devious with every little secret it hides. You can get a nice little look at things, and you can go into first person by clicking the right thumbstick, but you can see there's some secrets and some very familiar looking imagery, just in case you want to get a lay of the land. But let's get out of here. I am still using the Pro Controller. I'm not going to relent from that because I refuse to use separated Joy-Cons. No, I'm a grown-ass adult. I just turned 33 on the 6th, and I deserve a big boy controller, and that's how I will play, even if it is against my own detriment. Also, I was sick for my birthday. Sorry if you could tell from that in the last episode, but at least I got a lot of time to play on the Switch. So if you fall down into the pit, not the worst thing in the world to happen, but just like in regular Mario 1, you've got yourself a pretty nice secret if you decide to go above and beyond the Call of Duty. Yeah, some extra coins. Lovely. And this will just take us back over there. Was there nothing else to that? So these platforms, they look like squished sandwiches, right? Or at least like a quesadilla with too much parsley in it, or cilantro. But over here we've got ourselves a secret pipe, and we can use this to great effect. So I'm just gonna go ahead and, oh, hi. There's apparently a secret little block there. And we can use the Koopa to go ahead and get rid of this dastardly little block down there. And if we're fast enough, we can see it go and fall to its demise. Poor thing. But we got ourselves the Hidden Chasm Passage, which is exactly what our old friend Talktua was telling us about. I'm just gonna call him Squawks because, I don't know, I feel like that's the ultimate parrot name for a Nintendo game. And then we get spit back out up here, so now we can do the proper route. Now, just out of curiosity, I'm just gonna go head back inside just to see if it works. Yep, we are A-okay. All of my pixels are still there. Incredible 4K glory. Jump on top. Sometimes there'll be some extra little blocks there, but there is something that we want to do. And, oh my god. Yeah, this jump is gonna be annoying, isn't it? All right, let's try it again. Because I could just never get the, oh my god, momentum right for this, but we can go along the top here and, oh, we got ourselves a couple of those. So we only have 3 of those purple coins left. And of course, a hidden treasure in the form of another moon. Past the chasm lifts. There, both pronunciations are in. Now you can't angrily yell at me in the comments, which is okay, I don't mind it. Instead of going through yet another 2D section, this is probably as good an opportunity as any to show off the immaculate teleportation system. We can just go straight to wherever we want to be and be none the wiser, and that is fantastic. Even though we still have our health extension, I will take that for some extra coins, and we can make our way back to the boss arena where we can now find another mannequin here who is going to teach us the fine art of the triple jump. So definitely something that you should probably try to master when learning this game, but we're gonna have to put it into good effect here. And if we don't, then we're in trouble. There we go. The timing is pretty good on that. Oh, unless, oh shoot. No, now of course I'm not gonna get it. Thank you. Oh my god, the dive saved me. And we're now out of time. Good. Well, triple jump is, again, probably one of the best ways of getting your height advantage really maxed out, but what you really want to do is head over here and probably use it so you don't fall to your death here as well. You got a moon across the floating isles. Thank you. And there it is, the last of our purple coins. and we can do nothing else about it. Damn. Well, from here, should we decide to go and check out this incredible stone block, you might notice something kind of odd. There's nothing we can really do about it, but we're also right above where that Captain Toad was. And if we go and drop down very carefully, how's it going, buddy? Oh man, Nintendo really wants Captain Toad to work, don't they? Anytime you happen to stumble upon this fair creature, he happens to bestow upon us a free power moon. So, thanks for that. Sorry to completely block you out there, but good morning, Captain Toad. It's good to see you. So with that having been said and done, let's take a look at our list. You have a very nifty list of power moons here, and I think we found everything we could up to this point. 18 through 25 will have to be on a return visit or two, but that is essentially everything here. So let's skedaddle and not even think about this place ever again. Whew, okay, well, I don't know how I managed to avoid all of that, but let's reactivate the Odyssey. With a grand total of 19 power moons, the Odyssey has been restored to its former glory. Yeah, we're not doing that rigmarole again. We've already had this conversation, and because of where I ended off the last episode, apparently this didn't save, but let's go ahead and get started with the Sand Kingdom and try to do as much as we can there. Not too bad, actually, if you wanted to look like you came straight out of a Rare game. But yeah, his name is Bowser, and we'll chase him down in no time here in the Odyssey, which begs the question, who the heck is driving this thing, and how do we know we're going in the right direction? In Between Kingdoms, Cappy will sometimes take it upon himself to educate us in the matters of very important techniques like the butt stomp. To smash blocks or enemies below, or to flatten out bumps in the ground, nothing beats a ground pound. So we can pulverize with our posterior, and we'll be doing that more often than we'd like to admit. If we need more to review, then we have the action guide, which it will forcibly place us into. I'm not particularly interested right now, and we will indeed peruse that at our own leisure. As far as the Sand Kingdom is concerned, it is entirely covered, you don't say, and it gets quite hot. Yeah, there's some ruins here and there, and an artifact called the Binding Band that links people forever like a wedding ring. And this Bowser seems just like the sort of creep who would steal a priceless antiquity for his sham wedding. You got that right. But ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, welcome to the Sand Kingdom. And Curiously enough, the maiden voyage of the Odyssey was a complete success, but at what cost? It's freezing cold, and yeah, deserts are supposed to be hot, but you know they do get freezing at night. The top of the tower is shining. Could it be a power moon? Gee, I wonder. But like I mentioned before, this is among one of the biggest areas in the entire game, and you're gonna probably find yourself wanting to find some ways of getting around as quickly as possible. I also love that the denizens are sugar skulls. Like, look at this design. It is immaculate, but apparently so is the temperature here. Everyone's freezing cold, and we've got a shop. Well, before we go in, let's maybe explore just a little bit. Grab some more of these coins that are indigenous to this area. And we've got more power lines here we can play around with, but it's gonna be a little limited getting around for the time being. Oh, they're going slip on down. And yeah, there's not really gonna be a lot to do here until we do some shenanigans with, I guess, unfreezing everything. Also here, a shining, a tinkling, if you will. And as you would imagine, it's our first power moon overlooking the desert town. If we go on top of this very carefully, we'll also be able to, yes, commandeer this incredible pole and find ourselves a pipe. What do we have in here? Quite possibly something to do with vibrations. Yeah, he's got them good. There's a prize in this party room, but to find it, you'll have to feel it. Walk around, feel the rumble, let it move to you. So basically, depending on what side of your controller is vibrating, if you can get it so that it's right in the middle of the two and ground pound, you'll find yourself usually something good, like a rumble from the sandy floor. You got a moon, and then same thing over here, but I think it's just a coin. So thank you for teaching me this incredibly important piece of information, I suppose. Amongst other things, we have more propaganda here, which I do not appreciate. How dare you? You know. Plus, if we go over here, you'll notice that there is a nice little hint sign for us indicating crouching. Okay, well, when I see something interesting out of reach and the ceiling is too low to get there normally, well, we can crouch and walk that way. And you know, this is actually probably one of the better instances to learn this, because it does mean, unfortunately, we sneak in through the back room of the crazy cap shop. And not only do we break the fabric of time and space with the layering of this game, but we also steal their wages. So I'm sorry, I'll make it up to you. I promise. You know, let's go and take a look in there just while we're at it, because I think a change in costumery is in order. But depending on what you want to purchase with, you will be able to spend either the currency of the kingdom or regular coins. So since we have 17 for this one, let's go and see what we could purchase here. Hey, we have a sombrero, a poncho, and a very expensive cowboy outfit. Damn, I didn't realize it would cost so much to look that poor, but let's go ahead and deck ourselves out in the most incredible poncho of them all. And we can change now, just so that we don't have to go into the closet later. And we'll do the same thing here. We are gonna need to cosplay as, you know, a gentleman of the South, a caballero, if you will. And voila! Mario has successfully culturally appropriated the Mexican heritage. Fantastic. As far as coins are concerned, you can also buy a couple of things here, usually at least a power moon, a life extension, and most importantly, the boxer shorts. But we're gonna wait on that for just a little bit, and let's get out of here. I actually can't even afford it right now. But as far as things are concerned, can I even do this now? Just out of curiosity. Because if we head over here, this man would not let you enter if you were not properly equipped. Dress like us, party like us, that's what we say anyway. So snappy hat check, snazzy poncho, double check. I'm ready to party. Hell yeah, brother. You do need both aspects of this outfit in order to get down with your mariachi self. I like the side eye that Cappy was giving that dude, but hey, you got a moon, dancing with new friends. They don't really have much else for us aside from that, but let's go and explore one other thing before ending things off. This asshole right here, I hate this bird thing. I know there's a place later we'll be able to grab it, but there are 2 of them in the desert and you have to hit it with your hat and it's never where you want it to be. So we'll definitely try and corner that thing at some point, but if you head to the top of the highest dune in all the land, find yourself yet another power moon. Top of a dune, along with Timothy Chalamet. Yeah. Oh yes, we may. And since we're over here, there's also a nice little secret that we can find as long as we don't careen ourselves off the edge here. In the form of a golden seed. There are going to be 3 of these in the area, and we need to find a place to plant it. Fortunately, I know just the place with all the planters that we could possibly know and love. This one's the most annoying one to get because you have to activate this so that we can do the little spin jump and then make our way clear back to the beginning of the area. So if you want, you could do some fancy tossing and turning and things like that, but I just found that it's easier to just run and not worry about it rolling all over the place. Maybe some triple jumps and stuff, but let me see if I can throw with the Pro Controller and then, well, I guess that's a little better. We also have freaking cacti, and if you can combo them in the right way, then you'll be able to get some pretty good coins. But we're not going to worry about that. Instead, we're going to get in tune with our inner gardener and throw you clear in here. So the third one is actually at the side of these ruins, I think, over here. So let's start making our way over there, shall we? How's it going, man? I saw the craziest couple come racing past on the way to the ruins. I figured they're still out that way. Wow, we are literally right on their tails. Meanwhile, Bowser's footprints. Really? You think so? Seems kind of, I don't know, inconclusive. But we have more of these baby gooms. Gentlemen, if you don't mind, thank you. Also music, at long last. Ladies and gentlemen, our exploration of the Tostarena ruins is gonna have to wait until the next part. All right, there's not really a whole lot to this area, but I do want to try to keep this at least somewhat organized and not just do everything completely out of order. So join me here next time as we explore more of this area, and hopefully my throat will clear up because my voice sucks. I'm so sorry. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you here next time. Yeah, I would be cold too, Mario.